What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, it is appreciated. So today I am going to be doing some more 350Z content. I previously had a wooden trunk setup, but I do want to switch it up and make the trunk setup look a little differently and definitely make it look nicer than what it did before. So just in case you're new to the channel or just missed the video, I recently did the trunk setup in my Q50. So we repainted the tank, I put the manifold on these brackets, we used some clear lines and we made it have this really nice effect, as well as I painted this in chalk and wrote on the tank my Instagram handle and my YouTube handle in chalk, and then we added these vinyl pieces. It looks like tile flooring, but obviously it's not, which is nice because it's not adding the same weight that tile flooring does, but it gives it the same appeal. And I'm basically going to be doing the same thing with the 350Z that I did in the Q50. I already went and bought some more vinyl. It is over there. But I didn't buy the white marbling vinyl that I have for the Q50. I actually bought black marbling just because I already have a white marble wrap there. The entire car is white, so I didn't want to overdo it with the white. And then with the Q50, I just kind of put the vinyl over the existing carpet that came with the car. One, because I didn't have anything else to use at the time. And two, I really didn't care. For some reason, the carpet got messed up because of the vinyling, even though I don't think it changed anything. But at that point, I didn't care with the 350Z carpet. It is a little bit different. I do want to kind of keep it just because I've kept it good for so long. So I do want to keep that and not just lay the vinyl over that. So I went and did get these little plastic-ish boards. So I'm going to go ahead and draw out the shape on this, cut it out, and then just apply the vinyling on this. So the only semi-issue is the carpet doesn't fully fit the board, but it shouldn't really be a problem, mainly because the carpet kind of hangs over a bit too much anyways when you put it to the trunk currently, so that shouldn't really be a problem. So I'm going to cut the board where I need to, and then as far as just that extra little side piece, probably just going to use this excess here to go ahead and fit that in, which I don't really see as being a problem. So let's go ahead and get this cut up, and hopefully this works out. Okay, so both pieces are cut out. I love that blade though, because corners like this really make me nervous, but that blade does pretty good job of it. This side isn't as clean. I was on the phone for the most part while I was trying to cut this, but still came out okay. But for now, I'm gonna put these in, see how the cut is, and make sure that it fits in there perfectly. So for the most part, it fits pretty well. This side is actually pretty perfect. This will look a little better once I sand that piece down. This side could fit a tiny bit better. This groove is actually supposed to be up here, but the second that I move it there, this gets a little wonky. But I mean, once again, for the most part, it all sits pretty well. Just gonna smooth down the sides, make sure that everything fully sits flush, and then I can go ahead and start messing with the vinyl. So this is the vinyl flooring I ended up getting. There was another one similar to this that I liked a little better, but it wouldn't have gotten here till after this week, and obviously I needed it for this weekend, but still really happy with this one. I think this will look really good in the trunk with everything else that I have going on. So there's a lot of qualities about this stuff that I like. One, it's pretty easy to cut through. Two, you can sand it down to make everything fit a little better. But one of the qualities that I don't necessarily like is that when you're cutting it from the backside, some spots can get really choppy, like this piece here that just wants to fall off, and pieces like this. So for the ones that are like this, you really don't have to do anything extra. But for the ones that have little marks like this, you kind of have to take them off, trace them on a brand new one on the backside, and then recut it without it being on here, and then place it on top just to make sure that spots like this don't happen again. But for the most part, section number 1 is done. I got to get section number 2 set up, and then can start finishing up this little project. Okay guys, currently day number 2. I have already started cutting out the pieces that I need. So here's what the second half is currently looking like. For the most part, it came out pretty good. Some of these edges are a little rough, but taking the sander to that will clean that up nicely and make it look really good. The only piece on here that I think I'm gonna have to recut is this tile, only because while I was cutting, a chunk decided to fly off right there. So recut this one, recut like 2 of them on that one, I think, and then I can cut out the second little edge, and it should be good for the most part. Then I got to do the metal plate that's in there as well. So as you saw, I did just sand down those edges. It already looks a lot better than what it did when I first showed it to you guys. I did take the pieces and put them in the trunk just to get a rough idea of what it's going to look like. The fit for the most part is good, but there is something that I kind of messed up on that's going to bug me that I probably need to redo now. So here's roughly what it's going to look like. Obviously, again, that is going to have the same effect. As you can see, the fit on the sides and everything is pretty good. I do need to cut a piece for there. The issue that I have right now is I didn't line these guys up properly, so the line between that one and this one doesn't match, and I feel like that's going to bug me if I don't fix it. So I probably need to redo that, as much as that sucks. Okay, so completely done with this area. All the pieces are over there, but they're all nice and cut. Everything fits really well. So now I have to take the tank off of this metal piece here. Pretty simple, just 4 bolts. So I'm going to take that off and then start laying the vinyl on this metal piece. And then for the most part, my trunk setup is done for the moment at least. So this is the metal plate that the tank did sit on. All the holes are drilled. They don't look the prettiest, but I mean, the tank is going to cover those anyways. For the most part, it came out smooth. There's one tiny chip there and then one back here. This one I'm really not worried about because it's in the back. So I doubt anybody's going to see it. This one actually should be hidden under the plastic piece too. So as far as this goes, I think everything's good to go. I'm going to put this back in the trunk, bolt up the tank, and then I can put in the other flooring, and I think for the most part my trunk setup is going to be finished. Alright, so for now the trunk setup is all done. For the most part, it didn't take me too long. Granted, it would have been nice to finish sooner, but with all in all being said, it didn't take too long to get everything cut. For the most part, everything behaved the way that I needed it to. There's a couple small mishaps, but for the most part, everything was good. But enough talking, I'll go ahead and show you guys what the final product of it looks like for now. And here it is. So definitely looks a lot better than what the carpet did. It's not perfect. There are a couple spots that could fit a little better. Granted, this is one of them. This whole area has been a little weird, and even though I tried lining up these lines here with the lines that I was doing here, it didn't line up perfectly. So that's a little bit annoying, but other than that, for the most part, I think it looks really good. I think the black flooring goes good with the vinyl and the tank. I might take the vinyl wrap off of my roll cage for right now, at least until I can actually paint it and make it look proper. So that might be something that I do here in the near future. But for right now, this looks really good. I am still waiting for a new management system. I think I might have stated it in this video, if not is in a previous video, but I am waiting on a brand new management system. Once I get that in, then it is going to change slightly. I'll probably have the manifold set up somewhere and then hard line those in and make it look a lot cleaner. But for right now, I'm happy with this. It might not win like best trunk setup or anything, but it definitely looks better than what it did, and I'm happy with it. Alright, so that is going to be it for this video. I currently have to change my oil and get prepared for the drive to El Paso this weekend for low class. So a video for that either is already up on my channel or should be up soon, so definitely check that out. And if you are new to my channel, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment, drop a like, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.